Okay, this is the wall between the garage and the living space, and obviously a car has bumped it. That's what it looks like. But when the sheetrock is boogered up like this, all right, well then that compromises the fire blocking between the garage and the living space. We've lost some garage ceiling here, and when we have an opening like that, that's a chimney, and that compromises the fire blocking between the garage and the attic space. And these doors, little Inspector Theater here. All right. Oh, make a lighter out of it. Is that right? Got a spring on it. Never mind. So let's go into the attic. I get carried away. Try to do a good job. Coming up here, this attic ladder. Okay, it was screwed into place. The manufacturer says nails. 8 penny nails, as a matter of fact. See the holes in the brackets? Okay, that should have been nailed. This ladder was not installed properly. This is the attic video. So we're coming up in here, kind of dark. Oh, we got our speakers. Okay. Plywood decking. Plywood decking. This probably was not replaced when the roof covering was replaced. We got some screens up here in the attic. We got some screens in the garage. I don't know if we got enough. We got loose fill insulation. We're missing a little bit of insulation right there. See that? That bad insulation is missing from the wall. Let's go for that. There we are, missing some insulation right there. Going along loose fill. Obviously we got some trails. What I'm not seeing, and we're going to keep looking, but what I haven't seen yet is I haven't seen any soffit baffles for the soffits. Also, this insulation is very dirty. Minerals are in dirt. Okay, that compromises the insulation. Compromises the insulation. Alright. Kind of looking along. We don't have purlins over the garage. I don't know how you would install them. Sometimes I see just the purlins without the struts. You know why? But we don't. That's not unusual. What is unusual is 3. Okay. Some of these collar beams only have 2 nails in them. Collar ties, some people call them. All right, and that one looks like it has 1 in it. No, that looks like 2. Okay, it's supposed to have 3 nails. Three makes a pyramid. This is in the garage, like we started. 3 makes a much stronger connection. Anytime you put the structure together, that's what you're supposed to do. Coming on along, we got a nice water stain up there. Listen to that close. Man, that does my heart well. Heart good. It's not an expensive fix, but okay. This popcorn ceiling, all right, might have asbestos in it. We'll talk about that. This is called a sounder. That's for your doorbell. Isn't that kind of neat? All right, that's what it's called. This ladder has the same issues as the other ladder, but this ladder has one other issue that the other ladder doesn't have. The other ladder's in the garage, and that's a screw. It's supposed to be a nail. All right, and this is supposed to be insulated. This is a heat sink. This is where all your thermodynamics of a house, all the heat goes up through the house. This is where you're going to lose all your heating and also your cooling. You know, this is what's going to compromise your cooling. So it's not a good thing to have. One thing I haven't seen yet, I'm looking for a water heater. What's this board here for? Well, basically it's here for something. Right here where I want to step. Right here where I want to step, you got something in here. What's that for? Is this a trip hazard? We got some lights up here? Come on. You're supposed to have a light switch close to the attic access. We got some. Okay. And anytime you have insulation like this, then you should have a board around it. Oh, we got some stuff going on here. Come on. I'm in a much better place to make observations from this part of the attic. Yay! Making observations. Okay, light switch isn't close enough to the opening. This border, this ladder should have a dam, a barrier on it to keep insulation from falling down. It should have been insulated. You're not supposed to have white insulation that close to can lights. We can see here for sure, we know now that we do not have soffit baffles. That's what we know. See those trails? People didn't make those trails. You've had mice in this attic. You've had mice in this attic. Coming on along, loose fill fiberglass, 8 to 10 inches. We do not have depth markers. You do not have stiffeners. See that board right there, that strut? See that strut right there? See that strut right there? See this strut right here has a stiffener. It's that T-back right there. See these struts? Stiffeners. Anything over 6. This one right here, it has a T-back. No stiffeners. So we're missing some stiffeners. So we learned about the attic. We learned that it's plywood. Oh, we learned some other stuff. What else did we learn, bud? Okay. Power vents are beyond the scope of this inspection, and they're not recommended. And I can't reach the thermostats anyway. And there's a screen tangled up in that one. That one doesn't even work for sure. I don't see how that one can even turn. I think I remember seeing that on the roof. So anyway, but the problem with the power vents, I got a little thing about it. That's old technology. You might get some benefit from them, but no. You're supposed to have passive airflow through the attic. You're not supposed to have forced air out of the attic, because when you do that, you're forcing air up through this hole. You're sucking it up around your light fixtures. You're sucking it up. You're sucking it up. That's what you're doing. So I recommend removing those. Probably when you replace the roof, probably with a ridge vent. Anyway, improving the ventilation however you can, because it's hot up here. It's not that hot outside. It's 70 degrees outside. It's hot up here. So something's going on. Obviously you've had rodents in the attic. You got dirty insulation. And the other side, some of the that's called bat. Some of the bat insulation was falling on the other side. What else have we got here? White canister lights, ceiling canister lights, when they're white in color, insulation should not be touching them. They should have boxes built around them to protect them, and then those boxes should be insulated. So all this needs to be done better. So what did we learn? We learned we did not have stiffeners. We learned that we're missing some bad insulation over yonder. We learned that we got dirty insulation. We do not have depth markers. We do not have soffit baffles. We do not have stiffeners. That's what we learned about the attic. We learned that the ladders were not installed properly. And we learned that we got power vents up here.